everybody. It's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It is time to jump into Survivor 41. This is episode 7, and this was a really good episode. Hold on, Charles just got here. Let me add him into the live. Hey, Charles.
What's up, Angie?
Not much.
Can you
The
hear me?
countdown just stopped. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So I haven't said anything, but it's your girl Angie. Welcome to Kiss My Cheeks TV.
Welcome, you guys. Welcome to Kiss Her Cheeks.
You know, Charles was just a second late, but it's not totally his fault. I'm in my gym clothes. I just got back from the gym, so I was rushing as well. So we're here to talk about Survivor. This is episode 7. This is the episode where Charles said this finally felt like Survivor to him. And I think everyone can agree. This was just an amazing episode of Survivor. And I have a lot to say, so let's just get right into it. Let's just skip past. We already know Erica was gonna we already knew Erica was gonna smash that hourglass, so that was no surprise. And we already knew we were gonna reverse history. People weren't as upset as I thought. The only one who really expressed being upset was Danny, and Deshawn kind of calmed him down. The tribal, I guess, what do we want to call that? Immunity challenge wasn't all that. It was a very familiar challenge where they built blocks with their feet, and Ricard won. So let's start there because that's where the excitement begins. Ricard is safe. Who are we going to vote out of these 4 blues and 1 yellow? Of course, it's going to be Evie. Where do you want to start right there? Let's first start. Were you happy that Ricard won immunity out of everyone?
Okay. Was I happy? No. Because he's not one of my faves. What episode is this?
Well, who did you want to win? This is episode 7. This is part 2 of the merge episode.
Episode 7. Okay. Because I'm about to put this here. Okay. I was not happy that Ricard won because Ricard is not one of my faves. I didn't want Evie to win now. So Evie was mad close. Like super close to winning. And I'm glad she didn't win. But I low-key wanted Sydney to win. Like Sydney was she was right.
She
there.
needed to win. Yeah.
And if Sydney would have pulled it out, it would have been a different situation. I don't know if Ricard would have been the target, but
Ricard would have been the target.
You think so?
Yes. Because they would have played that same game.
So who did you want to win it? Ricard? Did you want Ricard to win?
After I saw Ricard win, I was happy that he won because I do believe he's a strategist and he's a strong part of the Shan Ricard duo, and I want to see that duo do some things in the merge before they turn on each other. So I want to see what Ricard and Shan can do together in the merge. So I was happy that he won. But if Sydney would have won, Ricard would have went home because they would have tried that thing with Evie and it wouldn't have worked with Evie, and Ricard would have been the other vote. They aren't going to vote out Deshawn, Nasir, or Danny. So,
well, Deshawn was about this close. They were acting like they wanted to send Deshawn home. For what reason? I don't know. Why my boy all of a sudden became the target?
Because they're looking at it this season. To me, Danny is the clear target. He's the clear one that I think can make a long run of immunity wins if they don't get him out. But they're looking more at the social. Ricard, Deshawn is the Ricard of the blue team.
Nobody
mentioned his name.
This episode. It was,
I think because they know he doesn't have any strategy.
It was either Evie.
It was Evie, Deshawn,
or Sydney. So that whole idea that Danny might go, that might not be true. Like, because he wasn't.
I don't
he wasn't
even
even
think
a thought. Nobody was talking about
I agree. I don't even think they view Danny as someone who could win the game. Even let's say he gets 5 immunity wins.
Mhm.
It's gonna be like, but what move have you made? I don't think
Right.
this is a season where they're
Right.
respecting wins. They're gonna respect moves. So that's why I don't think they probably don't. They're like, okay, let Danny win. That so and so won't be safe if Danny wins. So let him
Right.
win.
So you think they've noticed that Deshaun is like good
Yes.
socially, like
Yeah,
good
that's what
at
they
the
said.
social game? Yeah.
That's what they said. Deshaun is the social one of the Blue Tribe. He's the one that pulls them together. He has to go.
I don't, that's my boy. So we need him to stay around because that's my winner pick.
I
Clearly.
think Deshaun will stay around, but it all depends on how the rest of these weeks unfold. Because what happened this week, I don't think it's gonna stick more than another week or two. But
You
let's
think
let's
so?
let's.
No, girl. I think
I
there's
don't
gonna
think
be
so.
so much fallout from what happened this episode going into next week. Like to me, Survivor started with this episode. Like this was the
Yes,
first episode of
this was the
Survivor for
first
this
good
season.
episode. Yes,
Liana's game is almost screwed going going
Liana's game is
forward.
trash.
It's going forward.
Liana's game is trash.
Yeah, but and
Um,
Shan too. Shan to me, well, it's not trash, but
no,
to me, Shan has consistently made bad moves. I'm gonna let you go with what you want to talk about, but
no, but let's go in order because
mm-hmm.
I do feel like ultimately I'm getting to the end of the episode, but we could talk because we gonna talk about everything.
Right.
At the end of the episode, we saw the 3 Yellow in Sydney, and Sydney was only over there out of desperation because her name came up, and everybody else was clustered together over here. I don't
Mm-hmm.
see that voting structure sticking around longer than another week. Like next week, I see them trying to flush out Xander's idol. They'll probably split the vote again between Xander and Evie, and one of them will go. And then it's going to be a free for all. People, after one of those yellow people goes and Xander's idol is gone, that's when Ricard is going to start to pick up pieces and make his move against whatever Shan has going on. I don't see
So
that structure lasting.
so you do think that Evie, that group of like Evie, Tiffany, or Xander, one of them is going home next week for sure.
Next week for sure. For sure.
Um,
Why would you change it? You have a voting block. You know you can split the votes. You got a couple of still a
mhm.
vote, extra votes out there. Split the vote, get one of them out, flush that idol, and be done. And then I would get rid of Xander because Evie, I really hated Evie. Let's talk about let's get into this point right here
Let's
because
talk about it.
Evie pissed me off, and it wasn't necessarily anything that she did. It was her mannerisms and her smirks and her stick out the tongue like all of that. Very Karen-esque. And didn't I say in the cast assessment that the
Mm-hmm.
Karens would unite?
You
And what
said it, and
pisses me off
you
the
did.
most, and I'm going to say this because this is my channel,
Period.
what pisses me off the most is all up and down Twitter. Everybody is like, oh, look at the black people coming together again. I can't believe that. Watch out. The black people always going to work together. Like, because of what happened with the cookout. And I don't mind black people working together or doing what they got to do to win $1 million. But on that yellow tribe, ain't nobody say nothing about them white people banding together.
Right.
Who did Xander tell about his idol? He told Tiffany and Evie. He didn't say shit to Liana. So when those 3 white people banded together to lock Liana out of an advantage that none of them told Liana about, Liana had to go snooping and find out about it herself. And then once Tiffany saw that the white people would let her in, she was like, oh, fuck Liana. Yeah, Liana ain't got to know about the advantage. I'm with
Right.
y'all. She dropped Liana
That's
like that.
you bring up a good
But ain't
point.
nobody on
There
Twitter talking about those 3 white people banding together and leaving Liana out. So what? Liana went over there with Shan. Shan playing with
hmm
her.
You bring up a good
So
point because, like, when black people band together, it becomes a oh my gosh, why is it a race thing? But when it's all white people together, it's just normal. It's a normal Tuesday. It's like, oh, we're
Right.
supposed to do
And
that.
and it wasn't like Liana had an in over there. Because remember,
Right.
Xander did not tell Liana anything about her advantage, but oh, don't let Liana not tell me about hers. And
I agree.
Tiffany was on board. Evie was on board. Nobody said anything with Liana. Liana was just going to be a number for them, and they were going to drop her as soon as they could. And I agree 100%, Eric. Tiffany is the ultimate Karen. I can't wait
And
for
you
Tiffany to
called
leave
that.
this game.
You
I've
called
called
that
it from day
preseason.
one,
Mm-hmm.
preseason, before
Preseason, you
negative
called
day
it.
one.
Because I was like, no way. I thought she was Spanish. I didn't think she was white, but clearly she is white. I was like,
And so
no,
that's what
she's
pissed me
not.
off on
I was
Twitter
like, she's.
last night. I was so pissed because I'm like, why is everybody talking about Shan, Deshawn, Danny, and Liana?
It's
And ain't
because
nobody talking about them.
Russell Hands. Have you not seen his video?
I
So
saw the title of his video and I didn't want to watch it after I saw it.
yeah, so Russell
The
Hands
title.
he has merch out now, like Make Survivor Great Again, like Trump t-shirts, but with Survivor on it. They're red and white. And he keeps talking about how like the black people working together and it's being made into a race game. So a lot of these
It's
white
not
people
a
on
race
social
game.
media are watching his videos and it's like, oh, Russell said it, so this is what it is. Yeah.
They wanted to say it because Russell said it out loud. They feel the liberty that they can now say it as well, but they've always
Right.
thought it. And it just pisses me off. Like, I could see you could have a point if Liana was in the four. Like, she had an equal part of knowledge in that four yellow people. And then she said, oh, fuck y'all, I'm going over here with Shan. But Liana was never in over there. And so
Right.
I don't understand the outrage of why those four could link up. But the black people, when they link up, oh, we can't do that.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the black versus white battle on these shows is
Making it not fun.
it's like the white people are crying sore loser because I feel like they feel that they're going to lose if black people work together. So they want to gaslight you to say you're wrong for working with each other. And if you don't work with us, then you're bad. Mind you, Liana has been working with white people since the very beginning of this game.
Right, because she got out of Abraham or whatever
They're
his
already
name was.
halfway through the game. Y'all acting like she hasn't been loyal to Evie from the beginning. Also with Shan. Shan has brought, I don't know if, what is Ricard? Is he, I guess he's Spanish,
He's
white,
Spanish.
Spanish.
He's Spanish.
She had an opportunity to work with the black person, JD, on her tribe, and she got rid of him. So this whole thing of, oh my gosh, they come in with this like only work with black people thing is not real. It's not even a thing. It's not true.
I don't even like how, because I watch Rob and his podcast. I do enjoy his YouTube channel, but I didn't like the way how he even said the Black People Alliance. Why does it have to? We don't go around saying, yeah, he was like in the Black People Alliance. He didn't say it in any. I don't want to say anything against him. He didn't say it in a bad way or a rude way. Or a rude way. But as a Black person, hearing a white person say in the Black People Alliance, I guess that's just what he's calling them. It's like, it's cringy. It's cringy. And because I don't go around, well, I did call them the Karens, and that's probably not right, but like I said, it's my channel. But we don't go around saying, oh, look at the White People Alliance.
Right.
Like, we don't do that.
Nobody says the White People Alliance. Why are you bringing up the fact that they're Black?
But let's get off of that, because I could go on and I wanted to say that, and I couldn't wait for this live because that really pissed me off. And it just really brings up how Jeff in the beginning days said that Survivor is a mirror of society. Or maybe they said that about Big Brother, but that's how society is. Whenever they see us Black people starting to do something together that's positive in the community, oh, let's shut that down, because we don't want you all being positive together. We
Right.
don't want you all to really win in life. A couple of y'all could get a
y'all are
degree or two,
excluding
but
us. Like it's
right,
excluding us. We can't win
right.
if y'all work together.
And I wish Black people could see it. Like if we really did come together and not shoot ourselves down, like hate on each other, we
Mm-hmm.
could be extremely powerful. But off of
So,
my
but
soapbox
how
with
did
that, and
you?
I'm gonna not be
Okay,
angry.
go back a little bit to the actual competition. How they were
Hmm.
picking up the blocks with their feet and stuff. Did
I
you
hate that
expect?
competition.
Did you not expect more of Danny? To me, Danny wasn't doing nothing. he was.
I That competition is about core strength. You have to have strong ab muscles to do those reverse crunches and lift
Mm-hmm.
those blocks. I was expecting Danny to do more. I was not expecting Evie to
To
be in
kill
like
it.
first,
She
second
was
place.
killing it. Mm-hmm.
She was killing it. I expected Sydney to do it because she claims to be an athlete. And I wasn't expecting Deshawn to be like, it was pretty close across the board. It wasn't like one person just was always on the first row. Like everyone was pretty like bam, 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 bam. So I thought it was a great competition, but I hate that competition just as a whole.
Yeah, to be honest, they had like almost the best players all in this thing. So other than I would say like a Sydney, Liana, but the other people can all go home. So yeah,
Yeah. So
I say Sydney. I
we're
meant
now at the
Shan and
point.
Liana.
Let's talk about we see, the I guess the people who got flipped in reverse get together and talk about who they want to vote out. And they automatically say Evie, because Ricard is safe, let's get rid of Evie. And I don't really recall how it went down, but Xander came up and said, I know it's going to be you. I'm going to save you with my idol. And we saw the scene where Evie was crying. It was like, I'm so happy because I know I wouldn't have done this for him. Why is Xander wasting his merge idol on Evie?
I have to give it to them, to the Evie, Xander, Tiffany alliance, because they played the hell out of the game this week. They played the hell out of the game this week. They didn't even.
Did they,
They
or did
didn't
everyone
need.
else
No,
just
they
not put their
played it.
thinking cap
They
on?
played the hell out of the game. They didn't even have to use the idol. The fact
No.
that the fact that Liana's closest ally is the one that told that
Made it
Liana
heartbreaking.
had the damn thing, that got around the whole island. They had the right of mind to give it to Tiffany instead of Evie, because Liana could have been like, "Oh, I think Evie has it."
Evie,
So
hand
let's
me that. Evie, what you got?
right. And either
And
way,
I
she would have been
will.
wrong because Tiffany
She would
had
have
it.
been wrong because Tiffany had it. And I don't want to point the dummy finger because at home, I was like, girl, why you ain't asking Evie for this idol? Why you, Xander, he's sitting there holding it in your face. Obviously, he doesn't have the idol. I would have been wrong too because I forgot all about giving it to Tiffany. But let's take it two steps back. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Shan calls you out. She says, girl, what kind of advantage you get? Why do you sit down and run down all the rules of your advantage to Tiffany? Girl, you could have just said, girl, I got a little extra vote. That's about it.
Well, she felt the pressure. I think I feel like because she did that whole rundown with Xander's thing, she felt like she needed to do the same thing with her own. Because
She didn't have
she
to.
did.
She could have just said, I got an extra vote. Everybody who went up that mountain got an extra vote. She could have just said, girl, I got an extra vote. That's it.
She could have, but she didn't. She wanted. I guess she wanted to seem
And
not
she read it
suspicious.
down to Tiffany to the point where she had to go back and look at the rules herself to make sure she understood it. I'm like, girl, you even told her it had to be in his possession. Like you might as well have should just gave her your piece of paper.
Right. To be honest, okay, okay, I'm zooming ahead, but go ahead. I was about to say something else.
But that was my whole point. I don't understand why in that moment, a couple of episodes ago, if you already don't want her to know what you have, this is about lying, stealing, outwit, outplay. I might be talking about Big Brother. I don't forgot.
No, that outwit, outplay, outlast. Yeah, that's Survivor slogan.
That's Survivor. So nothing in the rules, like you didn't have to tell her about your advantage just because she asked. Like you could have lied, you could have
She felt
omitted.
obligated to. But even after that, because you have to move on from that, because she felt need to tell them, but that's not where the game ends. She felt like she was doing the right thing, but the fucked up part is her ally
Called her
ruined
out.
ruined. Not she okay, her ally spilled the beans in front of Tiffany horribly. And then when they go to talk about splitting the vote, they don't even split it going towards Evie. Why would y'all split it with one more on Sydney? That was dumb. Like
I
that
didn't
is
understand
so
that at
dumb.
all. I didn't understand that at all. And as much trash as Evie was talking at tribal council, the smirk on her face, if I could have ever reached through and slapped somebody, that would have been the moment. I don't like, I just, one, I don't like Evie, and it's evident. I don't like Evie. I ain't never liked them from the cast assessment. That smirk and that, I got you, haha. It was kind of like she was calling her a bitch and everything with her eyes. I did not like that. Why would you? Why would you put it? I don't understand. I don't understand
Yeah, when they
why
split
Evie
it,
didn't go home.
why was it one more on Sydney? That did not make no sense. And that's the thing too. I don't like first of all, I don't trust not what's his name? Nasir?
Nasir,
Don't don't trust
don't trust
him.
him. He's gonna flip.
Don't trust
Erica,
Ricard.
no.
Um
Erica
can't trust Erica. So they didn't
and
know where
Heather
the
is
hell
with
the votes was
Erica.
gonna go. They didn't know where the votes was gonna go. I don't know who told them to give Sydney more votes because they could have used Sydney. Like, why did y'all getting rid of
Right, you
Sydney
could have
was to
brought
me was
Sydney back
pointless.
in.
Yeah, that was so like
I
pointless.
understand the thought, like, okay, if we do play this idol, I could see Sydney being the backup, but she should have been the backup. She should have had 4, Evie should have had 5, and been done with it.
Yeah, I agree.
So, and then you
I agree.
wasted an advantage. Deshaun wasted his advantage. Deshaun, if he had 2 votes, he should have voted 1 each. 1 on Sydney, 1 on Evie. But let's take it even one step back. I forgot my point. It was something about Lee. Oh, so to me, sitting at home, it is very
Mm-hmm.
obvious that Xander does not have this idol because he done pulled it out his crotch and holding his hand like I'm playing this for Evie tonight. It's super obvious that he doesn't have it, especially he done already told Danny, I know she can steal it from me. So why didn't they just abandon that plan altogether? Just vote out Sydney, and then Liana go ahead and steal Nasir idol. So at least you and Shan both have one.
I don't know. I see that's I think that's easy to say after the fact, but even for me, with him holding it up there, I thought it was the real thing.
No,
I didn't think twice about it when he was like, I'm going to use this because he like unraveled it. I'm gonna use this for her. Like I didn't think twice about it. I thought, okay. Like I knew the fact that they were gonna give it to Tiffany, but the fact that he had something in his hand, I didn't. Where did he get these materials to make a fake
the
idol?
same place Shan got one. Shan put a fake idol in that thing. Remember the trick genie? And Leon. Well, no, Liana wasn't over there,
Where are
but
these materials coming from? They are not just out in
I
the
don't.
jungle.
I don't know where they're getting the string and
String
the
and
shells
beads.
from.
Right. Like
I
where
don't
are these
know,
materials coming from?
but I would. I knew that wasn't the real idol because it's no way, Charles. I'm gonna tell you, Charles. I know you got $1 million, and all I got to do is ask you for the $1 million while it's in your hands and you got to give it to me. And you say, okay, yeah, Angie, I got this $1 million and I'm waving it in your face. I'm gonna know them a whole bunch of Usher bucks. I know them not no $1 million.
Well, but Liana didn't know that Xander knew.
Yes, she did. Danny told her. Danny told her.
He told her.
Danny told her that Xander knows about your advantage. Danny told her. They only said they get the extra string and beads on Tree Mail.
Tree Mail. I have to give it up to him because Xander, Evie, and Tiffany played the hell out of them.
They did. We're gonna give credit where credit is due.
More so Xander, because Xander is the one that made the fake idol. Xander was the one that said he was gonna give it to Tiffany. Xander is the one that told Tiffany not to use it, which could have been disastrous, but the dummies didn't give the right person the votes. So hats off to Xander, because Xander, those are points all across the board.
And you remember what Xander said? He said, I know Liana only wants to do this for a moment at Tribal Council, to pad your resume. Mm-hmm. So now that Xander has padded his resume and fooled Liana, Xander and Evie are on the chopping block next week.
That's if they don't split up the other side. The fact that Xander had this power to do this move, you never know who him, Evie, and Tiffany can bring in with them. You never
know.
Because
we know for sure the 4 black people will stay together.
Because those 3 Caucasian people can definitely tell the other non-black people, look at those 4. They are working together. We need to make sure those.
But Charles, it's really not too many non-black people. I mean, are we talking non-black or people of color? Because everyone else outside of
no, that's 2 different things. All the non-black people.
I know it's 2 different things.
Erica, what's Nasir, Ricard, all of them. Them non-black people could definitely work with the 3 whites. 3 white people, excuse me.
I feel like Erica and Ricard would be the 2 with the mindset to want to flip. I think Nasir really thinks he's in with Danny and Deshawn. So he's going to want to stay with Danny and Deshawn. And remember, Nasir only wanted Sydney out. And now that Sydney is out, he has no reason to flip. He could stick with Danny and Deshawn and live his best survivor life. I don't think Nasir really cares. I think Heather will go with Erica if Erica decides to flip. And I think it's too soon for Ricard to flip on Shan. I think he needs to make a couple more power moves before he flips on Shan.
I don't know. I can't speak on what nobody can do because I don't trust nobody. I don't trust none of them. So
you can't trust anybody for $1 million.
I don't put it past none of them to flip on them. So.
Well, anything else exciting you want to talk about from last night's episode?
I just thought it was a great episode.
Let's talk about the shot in the dark. This was our first time seeing somebody play the shot in the dark, and of course, Sydney was not safe.
Right. Why did they rep like the shot in the dark? Like if you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting it, now the next person has like a 1 in 5 chance, and it's a 1 in 4 chance.
I'm confused because if it's not a merge, why is it still 1 in 6? Why isn't it 1 in 12?
No, because there's only 6. It's like only 6. The way they explained it is horrible. It's basically like 6 marble. It's like 6 rocks. One of them is a white rock. You just pick out of there. You only get 6 tries to do it. So after the 6 are gone, the power is gone.
That's dumb because if 5 people pick not safe, all that last tribal council, somebody will know, okay, I'm safe. And whoever that I don't like the shot in the dark. I don't like it now that you tell me.
They didn't explain it. They didn't explain it well. The whole the thing like the roll of a dice and all that. That made it sound confusing.
Yeah, it's too many advantages in the game. And seeing how we didn't even get to flush out an idol this week, it's like it's gonna be one tribal council that's gonna be extremely crazy, and I can't wait to see that because we still got three idols. Do you think Nasir would ever play his idol for anyone, and if so, who?
Oh no, no. Nasir is here to play an individual game. Nasir is there to play for Nasir, and Nasir, even before Ricard, Nasir is not to be trusted. If any one person on this cast is not to be trusted, it is Nasir. As you saw, Nasir was the last person over there talking to Sydney,
He
Evie,
was.
Tiffany, and Xander, and they
Mm-hmm.
had to get him over.
Yeah, they were
He
like,
is going
Nasir, bring
he
gas.
he is going to see all his options and play whatever he wants to do. Um, he is not a number for
Now,
anybody. I do think he values his relationship with the men of his original tribe, like the Dannys and the Deshaun. I think those are his two closest allies now, surprisingly. Like those are the ones he wanted to get out. But once they started talking to him about game and getting Erica out, now he's like, oh, the boys, they accept me. It was the
he
boys
feels
group.
like he's a cool kid now.
Right.
Yes.
So to be honest, the people that he wanted out are now his closest allies. But I still don't think he would use it on them. Hell no.
Well, same question for Shan. Do you think Shan will share her idol? And if so, with who?
I think so. I think Shan is the type of player that in the heat of the moment, if she needs to use it for somebody in her alliance, she will easily. Easily.
To save her number.
Yeah, just to save a number. Because I feel like she's I think Ricard can put it in her head that it's a bigger picture thing and she'll do it.
Yeah.
She gonna do it.
How long do you think we will be seeing Heather? Because we didn't even see her this whole episode. Did we even see her write down a vote? Like, do you think she's
Heather's
just
gonna
gonna slide her way to the final?
Heather's gonna be there till like the final five, final six.
Do you think she will ever make a move, or will she just be there?
Her she will become valuable because like on previous seasons, even the person that's coasting and just floating through, they're important because they're a number. They usually become the pivotal difference making vote in the
Mm-hmm.
middle. So I do think that somehow
They said Heather.
Heather and probably Tiffany. Tiffany and Heather are almost in the best positions.
No,
Um,
Tiffany's mouth is gonna get her put out. People, Tiffany's mouth is gonna get her put all the way out of the game, probably in the next week or two. Especially after this move, she don't think the yellow done did something. Oh, watch Tiffany's mouth is gonna get her in trouble. I'm calling it.
she's Tiffany has definitely showed her side. So you're right. She's not Heather. Heather, you don't know who she's aligned with. You don't know who she's loyal to. She don't.
You don't
She's
even
just
know
there.
she on the TV show.
That's
Like
true.
if I was her family, I would be pissed because I'd be like, "Mom, I don't see my mom on the show. Where my mom?
Right. Have a damn viewing party and she not even on the screen.
She ain't even on
Well,
there."
that's for
And
the
then the one
finger
episode
foods
she was on there, it was because she couldn't jump through them tire hoops and catch a ball. That was the only time we saw Heather.
for a negative reason. Right. What
Right.
y'all saying in the
So
comments? Let me go to the comments.
you can see the comments.
I gotta click over to a different tab to go to the comments.
Oh,
So when
because
you see
I
me
ain't know how
lean
to do
forward
that.
and like click, that's the comments.
Well, Eric says Tiffany is too much of a wild card.
I don't think not until, to be honest, I think she's ride or die for Evie and Xander. So once Evie and
And
Xander
it's
are gone,
but she fake because she didn't even used to like Xander until Xander told her about. It's like shows Tiffany some attention is who she's riding with. I agree. Tiffany is a wild card.
I don't think she'll be a wild card until her allies are gone. Because she's not gonna go against Evie. She is not gonna go against Evie, no matter what.
Naomi says they see Nasir as a Rupert, not someone who's going to be cutthroat. I kind of agree with Naomi.
I see Nasir as cunning.
She does not see him.
Oh, see, look at me. I skipped that whole word. I was like,
where your glasses?
Rupert, that was the big guy with the red hair.
Yeah, and he was like Nasir, always out fishing and
yeah. I don't think I watched this season. That was an older. I don't think I've seen that season. I know who he is, but I don't think I watched his season. I don't think so.
I agree with Naomi. I don't see Nasir. I don't see him sharing his idol. I do see him saying that's my idol. I found it, but I don't see him coming up with any master plans either.
No, I didn't say that either. I don't think. No, I think he's a lone wolf, like super like survivalist, to where he would rather be in a corner with his spear, looking at everybody fighting. Like, I don't see him as like a teammate or somebody that's gonna fall on the sword for somebody. He's not. No, he's not gonna do that.
Well, I agree with Zuda here. He says we're talking about Tiffany's mouth getting people in trouble, but literally Shan being a blabbermouth ruined Liana's advantage. Ding, 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 ding,
ding, ding, ding. Shan has literally played a horrible game from the very beginning, from very episode 1. How many times do I have to say it?
I didn't mean to get you started. I should have read that one.
Y'all, am I the only one? Do I need to make a TikTok?
I don't think Shan is playing a horrible game.
Shan has played a horrible game. Horrible game. Being likable and playing a great strategic game are not the same thing. Shan has not played a good game. Literally, every episode, every elimination, she has done the wrong thing. Every single one. Every one. I'm telling y'all. So of the 4 black people, I want to see what y'all think in the comments. Of the 4 black people from the Campfire Alliance, what order do you think they're going to go home?
Of the 4 black people, which 4 are going home? That's saying all 4 of them are going home.
No, what order do you think the 4 are going home?
I don't know, because I would have called Danny first, but we already see Deshaun's head is on the chopping block first. I think Liana's head is up there second.
Right, but now Liana might be a bigger target than Deshaun.
Liana is going to be a big target because she tried and she failed. And those 3 Karens are not going to ever forget it. Zuna, I kind of agree.
Liana
I would switch
first, Danny.
I would switch Danny and Deshaun and leave it there.
So y'all think Shan is going to be the last one standing?
The only reason Shan might flip around in that order is that Liana and Danny are bigger comp beasts. I can see Liana pulling out an immunity win if she needs it.
Oh yeah, Liana is better than Shan at competitions. Liana is up there with the boys in competition.
Yes, we saw her single-handedly pull things right back in order for the yellow competition.
Team. Even when Tiffany was dragging that big old cooter across that wood, Liana.
It's time to go. It's time for the soccer challenge.
Liana jumped in that water and she was swimming. You could call her Miss Phelps, baby. She was swimming.
Liana is going to be a competition problem, but
to be honest,
we shall see.
I don't see Liana going home first. I think I think Liana will go home before Shan. Yes. If Liana doesn't win individual immunity, because Liana could pull a Michaela and be winning individual immunity. So can't sleep on that. I do think out of them, I think one of the boys will go home first, either Deshaun or Danny.
Danny or Deshaun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think the boys will sacrifice one of the girls. They might say, Shan, you could go. Because, Danny and Deshaun already think there's a women's alliance under there too. So we
but
shall see.
Do you think Evie will forgive Liana? Because that could be next week. They're like, girl, I forgive you. I know it's Survivor. You try to make a move. Let's work together.
When have you ever seen a Karen apologize?
No, I'm talking about that, but that might be what Evie does next episode. Just to get in good graces. Because I think Evie will notice that she's on the outs. Evie will notice that she's on the outs.
No. I think Evie won't come a crawling until Xander gets voted out or Xander's idol is wasted in some kind of way. Then, like right now, Evie, everything she running the damn thing. Like Xander play his idol on me. I ain't got to do shit.
Nah,
my name come back.
It's gonna clock in her brain that we were huddled with 4 of us, and y'all all 8 9 of y'all was over there. It's gonna. Evie is not dumb.
They think they so smart. They're like, we just gonna outsmart them again.
And they still do have the idol. So.
And they still have an idol. So Evie's not coming to crawling until that idol is wasted.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm glad Survivor has started. This could have been episode 1.
Yeah, it could have been. It was a slow start because I don't like. It's kind of like the same with the challenge, and I'm gonna get the challenge. You all will be in 9 minutes. It starts at 7:30. I don't like the teams when they dwindle all the way down. So it's kind of like they should have merged a lot sooner. I agree. Or let's start with 2 tribes instead of 3. I like when they start with 2 split. They say you done. Because you went too far with Cooters. They want to know what's in that cup.
I don't drink on here. It would be a whole nother party if I would be drinking on these lives. This is just juice. This is high C orange.
I ain't drink today either. All I have is water because I just left the gym. I'm trying to do better.
Right. We need to do a drunken review where we drunk.
Let's do it for New Year's. Not New Year's Eve because I want to go party, but New Year's Eve. The 30th.
Something like that.
And we'll take shots.
And maybe we can maybe you can also, I don't know. Do y'all want to get on camera? We could do that. You could post the link and then rotate
in
people
the comments
in and out with talking with us. Like they'll come on the screen.
But not everybody wants to be on camera. But if you do, we'll do that. We could do a Survivor Challenge All-Stars mashup party. Because All-Stars starts next week. So we can kind of mash them all up and talk about all
Girl, I ain't watching All-Stars next week. I ain't got time. Because basketball starts next week. College basketball. I got to catch up on that. I got to do that first. I have a whole college basketball Twitter page that I post on. I do a lot. Of stuff.
I'm looking at you like I look at my husband. Like, ugh.
Make my products. I post on TikTok. I just posted another TikTok today. Girl, I got the girls.
So just because you can't watch 40 minutes of All-Stars because you got to look at basketball? Do you know how many colleges there are? There's way too many colleges to be watching all them basketball games. But yes, a New Year's Eve or Christmas. I'm not gonna be in town for Christmas. I ain't even gonna commit to that. I come back in town on the 30th, so I can do a New Year's Eve drunk live where we can have drinks and have a good time. But Charles, you have anything else for Survivor? Because I'm getting ready to do the challenge. Did you watch the challenge last night?
I did not, but I can talk to you about it. I won't. I didn't watch it. It's a whole 24-hour day. Now, don't be trying to clock my hours. Don't be
clocking his schedule.
Right.
You can't watch basketball on one TV and put your phone on the challenge.
So, we restocking the body wash next one. Girl, we ain't talking about that right now.
Anyway. That's all I need to know, because I got my order in my cart.
Wednesday, the body wash come out, girl. And my model, he's Brazilian. And he did his shoot yesterday. And the photos,
did you see the pictures?
Video, girl.
Okay, I want to see it. I'm buying it anyway, but I still want to see
it. The body, yada.
My hair's starting to afro up. Let me push it back down. So you saying you want to do the challenge in 5 minutes?
Wait, was it good?
It has talking points because I definitely got some things to say. I got some more people to read over here on the challenge. I don't want to
do it because I didn't even watch it.
I already told you what happened.
I'll let you have that. I'll let you have the challenge. And we'll talk next week with the trio.
Let's get ready. Oh, yeah, because next week is the trio. But y'all hear all that on the challenge review. So in 4 minutes, if you all watch the challenge, going live in 4 minutes, come back. Zuda says, yes, your business better be growing. And then he co-signed that the challenge wasn't good. It wasn't good, but I just got a couple of views. So anyway, that was Survivor. Me and Charles review Survivor every Thursday. We'll be here. It'll probably be 6:30 going forward because I got a trainer and my training session is at 5, and I'll be pushing it to get home by 6. So we'll be back next Thursday at 6:30. Check out my friend Charles. Like he said, his body wash will be restocked. It's at Charles Warren Presents online.com.
No, presents.com.
Now, one thing you be telling me about the branding and the trademarks, I need for all of yours to be the same. Because one is the Charles Warren, one is Charles Warren Presents, one is Charles Warren Online.
Okay, so these are my handles. On Instagram, I am the Charles Warren. On YouTube and TikTok, I am Charles Warren Online. My product line is called Charles Warren Presents, and we are at charleswarrenpresents.com. Okay. So if you have
I'm gonna have to write it down again because I got confused.
Go over there and get it.
Please go try out his products. He's doing a lot of great things, and like Zuda said, the business is never going down. It's continuously growing. So
period.
I'm very happy for you that, and I can't wait for the restock so I can get my body wash. So
thank you.
I'm about to get a sip of water, and we will see you next Thursday, and I will see you all for the challenge in 3 minutes. Bye.
Peace.